Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I have another video for you guys, and this is a different video. Well, by different I mean it's revolving around a different franchise. Now, if you've been a part of my channel for a while now, especially when it comes to these reactions, you'll know that I primarily focus on videos that usually have to do with anime and manga, but I figured why not switch things up a bit, Why not watch another franchise that I actually, well, I say franchise, actually it's mostly a show that hasn't even aired yet. All we have is the pilot and two prequel comics. And unfortunately, right now, that usually means that all we have are theories. We don't really have a lot of information when it comes to this actual show. So I hope that that's going to be enough. And I figured I'd start with a theory from this YouTube channel called Cartoon Universe. Now, I don't know if they're okay with reactions to their videos, but hey, I'm gonna react to this one, and if nothing happens, we'll react to more. And of course, guys, before we get into the actual video, as always, if you guys have your own video you want me to watch, just let me know about it in the comment section down below. And while you're there, consider supporting the channel by clicking on the like button, sharing the video, subscribing to my channel if you haven't. Especially subscribe, because I really need your help to get to that 1,000 sub mark, guys. So with that being said, let's just go ahead, and I'm not going to waste any more of your time and get to this video. Now, this video is titled Why Angel Really Checked Into the Hotel, and I'm looking forward to hearing what their thoughts are.
Angel is perhaps the most popular character in Hazbin Hotel, and while most of us know that he just sort of ended up at the Happy Hotel essentially by accident, I want to talk about everything we know about him so far and use that to explain what I think the real reason Angel has checked into the Hazbin Hotel for. Not just his own rationalizations, but what they really mean about the show as a whole. I'm Deep Cut, welcome back to Cartoon Universe, and we're racing our way to 400,000 subscribers, so maybe hit that subscribe button so we can get there even faster. Now, the history of Angel, like much of the characters and the show itself, is very complex, and a lot of that comes from the fact that we got a lot of information delivered from behind the scenes during a development process that took Hazbin Hotel from its roots as a side story in Zoophobia, a webcomic by VivziePop, but eventually became the animated pilot that we know and love today, with so much changing that what was initially shared is not entirely relevant. In Zoophobia, Angel had a very similar personality to the one we see in the show, which seems to be what the characters retain most from one iteration to the next. He was rude, he was obnoxious, he was overly sexual, but interestingly, he was in an ongoing relationship with Vaggie, as opposed to Vaggie being in a relationship with Charlie.
Yeah, that's
Since then,
definitely
Angel has
changed.
gone from a pansexual to a homosexual, though he apparently still is considered straight for pay. But one thing he has remained more or less the same in is his origin on Earth. While alive, Angel was a 1940s Italian mobster alongside his brother, with both of them answering to their father as part of a bigger family that worked in crime. In Zoophobia, we can see that Angel and his brother Arachnus, who VivziePop still intends to include in the story, were both gunned down during a mob job. In the Addict music video, however, Angel sings about having overdosed, likely on PCP, which is commonly referred to as
You can find the video on my
dust.
channel.
Demons choose their own nicknames when they arrive in Hell, and while I'm sure many may change their names to suit their addictions later in their afterlife, this seems to say that Angel was already addicted to angel dust before he died, and it was what led him to his death. While in Hell, he decided to turn away from his family and their web of crime, with some behind-the-scenes interviews saying that Angel's brother Arachnus is very abusive, though we don't know if this is the reason why, or if it will remain true when Hazbin Hotel becomes an actual series. It is here that Angel would end up working for Valentino, becoming the most popular adult film star in all of Hell. Despite the title, while also working for one of the most powerful men of all of Hell, Angel lives a pretty low-quality life overall. In the early Hazbin Hotel prequel comic that focuses on how Angel ended up at the hotel, we can see that his room is pretty small, and his fame is not making him live a life of luxury. While it may be easy to think that Valentino takes too large a cut of Angel's profits, I think that is only part of the problem. I'm sure Valentino is holding on to as much money as he can, just barely keeping Angel on the hook. But I imagine that Angel makes a lot more money than a lot of people living in the same apartment building as him. Instead, we have seen that Angel's real problem is the drugs, something he will immediately go spend money on as soon as he's made any with his dirty dealings. In the comic, we are given a glimpse of how Angel ended up at the Happy Hotel. Charlie essentially picked him at random off of the street, saying she could tell just by looking at him that he would be a good candidate. Angel showed no interest at first, but when butting heads with Vaggie, her insistence that he could never be redeemed made Angel, in a moment of being too proud, say that he could in fact be redeemed. Charlie jumped on that opportunity, giving him money to help get him started with the transition and a free room at the hotel as soon as he was ready. Now, this is more of an explanation of how he ended up at the hotel as opposed to why he ended up at the hotel, but I do have theories on that. But real quick, I just want to remind you guys that this is your last chance to buy your autographed prints from the Hazbin Hotel pilot cast, who will be coming to our channel for a live stream Q&A this Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on each day. I'll include a link in the description down below to a time zone converter that will let you know exactly what hour you need to be here. I'll also include a link to the Streamily website where you can purchase an autographed print from any of your favorite voice actors from the pilot. They even have dual signature prints you can buy if you want to get one with your two favorite characters or even your favorite ship. We've got so many of the characters, including their singing voices, so go check it out, and I'll see you guys then. Now, the most obvious answer to what Angel is really doing at the hotel is that he's just trying to use it as a means to an end, a way to save some money without having to pay for rent or food, and instead put enough money away so that he can get away from Valentino and start a new life. He's made it clear that he doesn't actually want to become better, just to use the hotel to get a better life. The problem with that is Valentino is not the actual problem, and in many ways Valentino is just a symptom of his real problem. Angel's key issue is his addiction to angel dust, which is what seemingly attracted him to Valentino in the first place, with Valentino only using it as a tool to keep Angel around him. He can move out of his apartment and into the hotel and stop spending money on rent in the process, but Angel has always had the option to get another job. From what Angel has said and done in the pilot, it would seem that the most of his money still just goes towards his drug habit, and with perhaps using angel dust more than ever simply because he now has the money he would normally spend on his rent to do so. Without Angel's addiction, Angel has no reason to work for Valentino instead of anyone else, and simply putting distance between him and getting more money is arguably just making the problem worse. This, of course, trends into the more philosophical reason that Angel is there, or rather, why VivziePop chose him for the story. The idea of the Happy Hotel is, of course, to get into heaven, but I do not believe that Angel will get there, let alone any other demon in hell. VivziePop has gone on the record saying that the characters are going to have reality crashing down around them sooner or later, and they'll have to figure out how to deal with it. Here on Earth, religion is a bit of a touchy subject because so many people believe different things, and we here in the West talk about them as if there is no real proof of these things to be true. As such, our own ideas of morality have been called into question as we try to figure out what it actually means to be good instead of just following rules with the intent of getting into heaven. But at the end of the day, the two are similar in concept. Angel needs to learn to be a better person, not to get into heaven, but because he is a prisoner of his own wrongdoing. It is bad enough when one's actions hurt those around them. But by being a bad person, by which I mean doing these drugs, he has created his own personal hell within hell itself. One where a princess could literally offer him a chance at redemption, and he can't even exploit that enough to make his life a bit better, instead succumbing to more and more self-abuse. At the end of the Addict music video, we see Angel is beginning to associate his drug problem with Valentino, and he knows the two are connected. Angel may not get into heaven by putting down the drugs, and we may not get into heaven by following rules written out for us in a Bible. But even if there is no chance of getting into heaven, many of the morals taught through religions are ones that can make your life better, and the life of those around you better. This isn't the case for all of these rules, and they often fall apart when examined through the lens of freedom, but they are a tool for you to create your own personal utopia, to define your idea of what morality is. To look at a problem you have and realize that it may be time to put it down. Perhaps not right away, perhaps not all at once, but perhaps with the right help and encouragement, you could at least become a happy and healthy person, even if you are seemingly trapped in hell. And if everyone tried to act that way, perhaps hell itself wouldn't be so bad. And at the end of the day, that is probably the real reason that Angel and others who check into the hotel are actually there. Not to get into heaven, but to create a way to make life in hell better for everyone who wants it. But that is just my theory, and even if I'm somewhat correct, I'm sure it'll be much more nuanced than the way I put it here. But what do you guys think? Let me know in a comment down below, and don't forget to check out that Streamily link to buy your autographed prints, and I'll see you guys at the live stream.
Oh shit.
Angel is perhaps
Sorry about that. Yeah, okay, why not? Sure, here we go. Okay, so yeah, this was a good video, but again, the thing that's interesting about Hazbin Hotel is that the show isn't out yet, and all we have is some background information that some of the people working on the show have talked about in previous live streams. I'm sure you guys probably know what I'm referring to. And so that's all we have, and then of course we have the prequel comics, and then we have the pilot, and of course we've got the Attic music video, which again we did react to, and I'll leave a link in the iCard, which you should have seen in the video by now. And so you can go check that out. It's still on my channel. You can go react to that or watch my reaction to it if you want to. Although keep in mind it is one of my older videos, so yeah. Anyway. I don't really have much to say because, like I said, all we have right now are theories. The actual show isn't out yet, so I can't really, I don't really know what to say other than, I think he talked about Angel wanting to be a better person, not to get into heaven, but just to be a better person, and I do think that could be one of the more interesting questions that the show asks, which is, are you like, okay, say you're in hell and someone walks up to you and asks you that, hey, if I gave you a chance to be redeemed and get into heaven, to get out of hell, would you take it? And I think how that person answers the question does say something about them, because if they say no, are they saying no because they don't believe you, or are they saying no because they don't think they deserve to be redeemed, or do they, I don't know, or if they say yes, then maybe it shows that somewhere deep down they actually want to be redeemed, they want to be a better person, or are they saying yes because they're being selfish, because they think that, in heaven they'll get a chance at a better life. So in reality, they're not doing this because they're trying to be a better person, they're doing this because they're being selfish. And if you're selfish, then does that mean you're really redeemed? So again, I think that those are interesting questions that could be asked in the show when it does come out. At least by the time I'm recording this video, I'm recording this in July. You guys are not going to see this until about a month later. So who knows? Maybe by then the actual show would have come out, or not. Who knows? I mean, I can't remember when did the announcement come out that it got picked up by A24. It feels like years by now. I think it was announced in 2019, if I remember correctly, or I think it was announced in 2020, maybe. But man, it's been a while, and I'm hoping that at the very least, the actual show, or at least we get something, a trailer, a teaser, a sneak peek, something by the time this video comes out. So who knows? Or I could be completely wrong, and we'll just have to rely on theories. So anyway, that's all. I think that's all I have to say when it comes to this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, I have to reiterate, if you have your own video you want me to watch, just let me know about it in the comment section down below. Remember to leave a like, share the video, subscribe if you haven't, and make sure to click the bell for notifications. And especially subscribe, guys. Help me get to that 1,000 mark. I can only do that if you guys click on the subscribe button. But to all the people who did subscribe, let me just say thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the support, and I hope you guys will continue to support my channel in the future. And remember to stay safe, take care of yourselves as always. Bye for now.